11.
لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أما بعد, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. You're welcome to As-Salam Peace Magazine, Echoes of Hajj. Today is 30th day in the month of Zulhijjah 1444, which is equivalent to 18th July 2023. And you're welcome to a wonderful time on radio where we give you updates on the pilgrims of Nigeria in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We give you details, flight updates concerning the airlift bound back to Nigeria, and also we interview key stakeholders of the sector, talking about the stakeholders involved in the administration and management of Hajj operations, from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria to independent flight carriers, and also some pilgrims who share their own first-hand experiences with us. My name is Aliu Doma, and with me on the program as usual I have
Usman Liman. It's Abdullah Usman Liman.
And also, inshallah, we will be having a guest on the program today. Yesterday, we tried to have a guest, but unfortunately, we had network challenges. But inshallah, today, we will try our best to see that we have a conversation with our guest, inshallah. So without much ado, we will go straight to flight updates.
Yes.
I think we should start from flight number 70 or 65 to 70, like, okay?
Okay.
Just fly with what you have. Yeah,
right,
just fly with what you have.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here once again. Good morning, beautiful listeners. Here is your flight update for return. Return flights. Here first we have that's from yesterday. I will be starting from flight number 72. That's giving you a total round of flights that took place yesterday.
Okay, mashallah.
So, from yesterday we had flight number 72, which is flyers that departed Jeddah to Lagos at 18:33 hours with 366 Lagos State pilgrims and 7 officials. Flight number 73, we had flyers that departed Jeddah to Sokoto with 387 Sokoto State pilgrims. We also had same yesterday, we had airpiece that departed Jeddah to Abuja at 1:10 hours with 301 pilgrims and 7 officials, out of which we have FCT at 295 Delta 5 Rivers 1. We also had another flyers that departed Jeddah to Sokoto at 5:38 hours with 428 Sokoto pilgrims. We also had taking the total to 28,952. Flight number 76, we had Azman that departed Jeddah to Kaduna at 8:26 hours with 403 pilgrims and 6 officials, out of which we had 278 from Kaduna, 124 from Jigawa, and 1 member of the armed forces joining that flight number 76. Moving on, we had Max Air that departed Jeddah to Katsina State yesterday with 549 Katsina State pilgrims and 9 officials. Flight number 78, we had Airpeace that departed Jeddah to Ilorin. I think this is the first flight directly from Jeddah to Ilorin. I think even for departure we didn't have one to Ilorin. So this is a very beautiful development.
Alhamdulillah for that.
It will have a very good spread. That's flight number 78. Flight number 79, we had to Lagos with 372 Lagos State pilgrims and 4 officials, out of which we had 397 from Niger. Okay, yes, 397 from Niger. Then out of which we had 245 males and 152 females. Then the next flight is Max Air that departed Jeddah to Kano with 560 Kano State pilgrims, taking the total to 31,533. That's flight number 81.
Yeah.
Flight number 82, I think that's the last flight for yesterday. We had a airpiece that departed Jeddah to Abuja with 315 pilgrims, out of which 314 were from FCT and 1 pilgrim from Edo State. So total for yesterday, I think yesterday was very good. We had about 10 flights in total yesterday, which is quite unprecedented. Most times we usually have 4, 5, 6 flights.
Alhamdulillah,
So we
alhamdulillah.
had 10 flights yesterday, 3 from Flynas, 3 from Airpeace, and Max Air had 2, Asman 1. Then we also had Airpeace. Okay, yes, Asman 1 as well. We had Abuja. Yeah, that is
All right, now so the total flight now is around 85, and total
Yes,
airlift
I'm
at
just giving-
33,000. Because of time, we're
right.
gonna have an interview with our
Okay,
guest, inshallah.
okay.
So we have total airlift of 33,000, 104,000 pilgrims back home already.
Yes.
That's for the flight updates,
Yes.
and inshallah we will just be linking up immediately with our guest, who together we're gonna have a fruitful conversation as regarding a key stakeholder in the Hajj operations so far. And we tried yesterday to have a conversation with him, but unfortunately the network didn't allow us. So today, inshallah, we will be having a conversation with him and trying to establish a contact with him over there, because he is actually at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All right, I think we're still having a challenge with the network. He has picked up the call, and the network is still buffering.
The
Let's see.
reception is quite poor.
Yeah, let me call him
Yes,
again.
while you are doing that, I think I'll give up on flight number 83. On flight number 83, we had a Jeddah that departed, a flight that departed Jeddah to Lagos with 475 pilgrims of Oyo State.
Assalamu alaikum. Go ahead. We're still having challenge with the network.
Yes, 475 pilgrims of Oyo State. Then we also had a flight that departed Jeddah to Kebbi directly. Wow, I think Kebbi and Ilorin are the new addition to our entry points. Jeddah directly to Kebbi with 382 pilgrims and 1 officials, out of which 353 landed safely in Kebbi and 29 from Sokoto State. I think the last flight for today, as at the time of filing this report, we had a flight that departed Jeddah to Kaduna at 8:56 hours with 399 pilgrims of Kaduna State and 5 officials, taking the total to 33,104. So also while we are trying to reconnect, I think it's important to bring to the notice of our listeners that also Saudi Arabia has increased the number of companies offering Umrah services, and has also opened all airports for pilgrims.
Now,
So also the upcoming Umrah season will witness an increase in the number of companies eligible to provide services for the pilgrims, said Vice Minister of Hajj and Umrah Abdul Fattah Mashat. Dr. Abdul Fattah Mashat adding that the new season will likely witness a rise in the number of international visitors arriving to perform the Umrah rituals. Mashat said that the first groups of Umrah pilgrims and visitors to the Prophet's mosques will begin arriving from outside the kingdom on the first day of the new Hijri year. He emphasized that the Saudi government has diligently worked on providing a comprehensive set of facilitations to allow Muslims from all corners of the world to easily access the 2 holy mosques. The Vice Minister expected a significant increase in the number of Umrah pilgrims compared to previous year, which aligns with the goals of Vision 2030. Mashat stressed that the increase will exceed what was recorded in previous Umrah seasons, noting that the beginning of the year will be strong through the large influx of pilgrims from outside the country. According to the data, Mashat said a relative increase in the number of Umrah pilgrims is expected during certain months, particularly in Rabi al-Awwal and all Thank and Rajab Sha'ban and the blessed month of Ramadan. However, he also acknowledged that there will be a significant flow of pilgrims throughout the entire Umrah season. Regarding the frequent Umrah, Mashat said it was observed during last year's season and expects it to be more frequent for several reasons, including the facilities provided by Saudi Arabia. He recalled that Saudi Arabia devised an air network that connects various countries with Jeddah or Medina and all international airports, have been opened for pilgrims, tourists, and visitors. The ministry and all other sectors are working through multiple paths to increase the number of pilgrims coming from outside Saudi Arabia. On improving the experience of pilgrims, the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah adopted a methodology to enrich and improve the visitors' experience, according to Mashat, adding that the ministry is keen to enhance the experience of pilgrims. The ministry and concerned authorities providing service to pilgrims sought to reduce the requirements and standards for those from abroad, facilitating visa issuance and allowing visitors to perform Umrah using any available visas. Mashat noted that the Ministry of Hajj collaborated with a specialized advisory body that studied the global practices similar to the Umrah system in various hospitality fields. The body developed licensing standards and procedures for specialized companies and institutions with high financial and operational efficiency, according to precise criteria that enabled them to upgrade Umrah services. He explained that the ministry allowed all companies and institutions that meet the criteria to apply for a license permanently to provide an equal opportunity for all, noting that many new specialized companies and institutions will be introduced to the service system. Mashat also stressed that the ministry is keen to ensure that pilgrims are satisfied with the services provided. It has developed many professional tools to measure the visitors' satisfaction and performance of Umrah companies and institutions and their commitment to the competent authorities' instructions. Notably, performing Umrah has now become accessible to all individuals coming to the kingdom with various visa types through easy procedures via the Nusuk application that issues permits for Umrah and visiting the Noble Rauda. So that's it. Alhamdulillah. Those who are intending pilgrims, that's for Umrah. That some we like to call it lesser Hajj in English.
No.
For those who could not perform the Hajj, you can always perform the lesser Hajj, which is also highly recommended and very, very rewarding. Even though the Hajj is the number one, but if you are not able to perform Hajj, perhaps due to health challenge, perhaps health or your energy level, there are a lot of reasons why one may not be able to perform Hajj.
No.
So, or perhaps also, and I think going for Hajj is also more financially demanding as well. Not just energy demanding, it's also financially demanding. So you can always go for Umrah, and slots have been increased. I believe anybody that has intentions to go for Umrah this year will do that. So that's according to the ministry, the deputy minister for Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. And I think information that reached us yesterday indicated that the Kiswa of the Kaaba will be changed, I think, in no time. So I think for those people who are still pilgrims who are still in Saudi Arabia, it's a very, very rare occasion, and it's an important opportunity for people to try and see that they witness the changing of the Kiswa as much as possible. And also, this information was compiled by one of our reporters when I think he was standing at the heart of Makkah, Saudi Arabia, at Jud, staring at the gigantic Nigeria Hajj Commission office. Nostalgically reminds him of the Hajj house located in the heart of the central business district area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The similarities, he said, between these two gigantic structures to mark what it embodies. They are the symbols of annual pilgrims, Muslim pilgrimages, to Islam's holiest places, and in between the rituals of lesser Hajj, Umrah. Both structures in Nigeria and Saudi Arabia bear the signature of the immediate past chairman of the National Hajj Commission, Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar. The structure came to be under his leadership, and for anyone familiar with Hajj operations and NACON's unenviable tasks, the standards set by Mukhtar were Herculean. Of course, most of us are familiar with his track record, and also the current chairman is also doing a very, very good job. Fortunately,
I'm just trying my best to see how we can reconnect with our guest.
Yes,
inshallah,
just
I think
to keep
we should be able to
our guest abreast.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm fine, sir. Good morning here in Nigeria and good afternoon in Saudi Arabia.
The line is not okay. I should use it for that line.
Yes, yes, this is the number.
Yes. And the other one is not going through the WhatsApp one.
Okay, I think if it's okay, we can talk through this one.
No problem, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you, sir, for the privilege of being on the show. Assalam Peace Magazine, Echoes of Hajj. Our guest is Prince Sheikh Suleiman Momo, the Takobi of Auchi Kingdom and the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, National Commissioner Planning, Research, Statistics, Information, and Library Services. Thank you for coming on the show, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Could you please, could we have your overview on the planning and execution of the 2023 Hajj operations by the Commission?
Well, everything is going according to plan, except that there are one or two infiltrated glitches, which we were swiftly able to manage. And as I speak to you now, the plan program for the 2023 Hajj is almost coming to an end because we are on top of lifting back to Nigeria.
No.
At this moment, we have lifted approximately 34,000 Nigeria pilgrims back.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
We are hoping that in the next few days, give or take before the end of this month, we will be done in lifting everybody. All of this were according to how the plan was mapped out.
No. So now, if I should ask this, are you satisfied with the conduct of Nigeria's pilgrim in all ramifications?
Yeah, well, by way of percentage, I'm quite satisfied. Like I alluded earlier, there is no Hajj that doesn't come with its own challenges. So, what is important is that the challenges are surmountable and we're able to surmount them.
Alhamdulillah for that.
But on a general note, we have done Nigeria pilgrims have displayed reasonable level of responsibility, and we are satisfied with the way the Hajj went. And we thank Allah for everything.
Alhamdulillah. So there are concerns that the level of enlightenment and information dissemination to the pilgrims were not enough, especially that of that most of them are first timers. What effort are the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria doing to mandate the state boards to up the game in terms of sensitization to the new pilgrims, first timers to be precise?
The fact is that without sensitization and orientation, and over and over again, we visited all these six political zones with human personnel to ensure that the legitimate message was carried to the grassroots. And all that they needed to know about the Hajj and other key issues about the whole operation were told to them. But like human recalcitrance and the fact that people, some persons are just difficult to manage, we had the issues that we had. But of course, I agree to the fact that there were also attempts to sabotage certain policies and principles that were laid very bare on the table for everybody to understand. We had cases, for example, like cases of pregnancies here and there. Enlightenment was adequate in this regard, that pregnant women are discouraged from participating. As a matter of fact, we, the national headquarters, we showed example. Before we took our president to Hajj for the offshore assignment, we ensured that all the ladies among us were put through tests. We have NACON clinic where we tested everybody, pregnancy tests were conducted. We discovered about 2 pregnant women, and we didn't carry them along. We dropped them to remain in Nigeria. That was to show example to all the states that what we have told them about during our enlightenment program about pregnancy was a thing to take very seriously.
Yeah.
But we got some reports from some medical personnel that came from states that even though they discovered 1 or 2 pregnant women, they told their state yes and all that. Some of them insisted that they want to overrule them and that the women must go. And then when they came, some of them had miscarriages, others lost their babies and all that. So it was not an issue of whether there was enlightenment. There was really enlightenment.
Yeah.
But some persons were obstinate and they misuse the powers they have. We are taking note of all of those. And we are going to do appropriate things at the appropriate time. So, but on general note, things that are prohibited from being brought to Saudi Arabia and other vile attitudes against the ethic of Hajj, which we drumbeated during our enlightenment, were all complied with. So nobody committed infraction that was serious to attract punishment from Saudi authorities. So that shows that they got the enlightenment appropriately well. And they complied. Contraband things were not brought into the country.
No.
And many other things that are prohibited were not done. So these are issues. The enlightenment was there. But no, for Nigerians, we have the way we behave. Our behavior is more of attitude. We chose to do whatever we wanted to do. But by and large, still on the present day, we have done well. And there was no significant issues that warranted the situation where we say that enlightenment was not adequate. It was adequate, actually.
Alhamdulillah.
But of course, I agree that there's always area of improvement.
No.
We may need to add more so that let's see how we go deep to ensure that no state violates any rule because they are either yes or chairman. That's what we hope to do, inshallah.
Naam, alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for that response. And finally, before I let you go, your final words to the pilgrims.
I want to urge the pilgrims to, as we continue to lift, we still have a number of them in the kingdom, but we still have laxity of time.
No.
I want to urge them to remain law-abiding and then always take advantage of our call centers where they usually lay their complaint when they have one. Feeding is going on. They are still very much in their accommodation. Our health personnel are still on ground. They are still attending to them in the clinics.
Yeah.
And they are consuming a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
We hope we want to let them know that we are safe for them. And we hope that before the deadline given by Saudi, which is around 2nd of next month, before that we would have finished all of them, taking them back to Nigeria.
All right, alhamdulillah.
So they should be law abiding and then stay tuned to us as we give directives or the direction every other time.
Alhamdulillah for that. And thank you very much. We appreciate your time on the program. May Almighty Allah reward you abundantly.
I'm quite very grateful. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you to you as well. That has been Prince Sheikh Suleiman Momo, the Tekobi of Auchi Kingdom, and the NACOM National Commissioner Planning, Research, Statistics, Information and Library Services on the program Echoes of Hajj, a Salam Peace Magazine Echoes of Hajj. And time for the show is up. We will leave it here. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will come back and continue, even though there is a flight update. Flight number 86 has just left the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So tomorrow, we will give you details of that and more. My name is Aliu Doma.
And I remain Abdullah Usman Liman.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
السلام ورحمة الله.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك